Welcome back, my dear students. In this lecture, we are finally going to build the method that can delete any record from our database, right? Well, in the users table. That's what we're going to be using it for. But later on, we're going to be actually making this universal. That way we can delete other things in maybe a photo, maybe some type of other objects, all right? But right now, it's going to delete a user. We're gonna create it to delete stuff or things from our users table, all right? So now, as a matter of fact, I want to give you this challenge right now, all right? I don't know if you like challenges, but I love challenges because challenges help people learn, all right? So I want you to create the delete method yourself, right? Remember that we have to create it similar to this, all right? We always have to bring the database instance and we make the query, then we send the query and we check to see if that is true or if that connection is good, all right, or if the rows were affected, and then return true or false. All right, super simple to do it down here, all right, and then go to your admin and use it over here to find a user and delete it. That should be very simple. So if you want to learn more right now, pause the video and try to do that yourself. This is going to help you get better. So I'm assuming you're going to do this, so I'm just going to pause a little bit. All right, so hopefully you were able to do this. If not, you are only fooling yourself. You're not fooling me because I already know this information. All right, so let's go ahead and let me show you how I do it. So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the method. I'm just going to copy and paste because I don't like writing much, right? I'm going to rename this a little bit. Delete. And I'm just going to put the other curly bracket here. And I should have just copied this at the same time, right? But whatever, I'm just doing it right now. So bringing that instance so that way we can use and send our query, right? And let's go ahead and build it up. So SQL, and this is going to be very simple. It's going to say delete from where users, and then I'm just going to put a space there because on the next line we're going to be putting that where SQL. So I'm just going to say where what? Can you guess what? ID equals what? Well, remember that we are in a object right now, so we need to relate to those items as object properties, right? So we're looking for the ID of this object, right? So for example, right here, okay? Now what I want to do is escape that, all right? So we can use actually this one right here, all right? So we can concatenate right here like this, all right? So where ID equals this ID, we're gonna clean it up before we send it in because we do not want SQL injection. Make sure your dot is there for that notation. Dot notation. Sorry about that, guys. That was funny, right? So SQL, and then what I like to do here is that I like to make sure that we only get one result back, even though this is only going to bring one because we have this where here. All right, I always like to make sure that it does. So we're just gonna put limit 1. Then the next step is just to send this, and we can just send it in like this. All right, so I'm just gonna copy this and put it right here. Perfect. Now another thing that I want to do is that I want to return true or false. So I'm just gonna copy this whole thing here, right here. All right, that's the same thing. We're gonna be doing the same thing. All right, so I think this looks good. I think this could work. Let's go ahead and try to use it. So I'm gonna go to admin underscore content. I'm gonna comment this out. I'm gonna use one of these lines right here, this one, because I want to find a user and then delete it. As a matter of fact, we are going to delete this number 6 right away. So if I wanted to delete, I just call that delete method. All right, so we are finding the user and deleting it right here. As you can see, this is getting a lot easier by the minute. All right, so let's go to admin content. Well, let's go to our admin index. Let's refresh. Let's come back here and refresh, and now number 6 is still there. That is just weird. Let's go back and see what happened. Right? I might be forgetting something. So we're sending the query, right? And we're returning MySQL affected rows. If it doesn't equal to 1, all right. Delete from users. So I'm just double checking here to see if something is missing here. Obviously, we have a SQL problem here. All right. Sometimes when you are in front of your computer and you take a long time, that could actually affect the way you code. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. I see my mistake right here. Actually, I'm just gonna put a space right here on limit. So being on the computer for a long time could affect your coding. So sometimes it's better to stay away from the computer for maybe 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then come back and see the code and you will see the mistake, okay? Believe me, I have spent probably hours sometimes just trying to debug something and I couldn't find the mistake when it was right in front of me. All right, so now when you get more experience, it's easier. Like you saw right now, that space, that used to take me a long time when I first started to find. But now that I did it so many times, I know. So I'm just going to refresh here, come back and refresh. And now as you can see, it's gone. All right. So I want to delete 7, 8, and 9 because I just don't like that data there. All right. Plus I want to just do it because it's fun, right? So I'm just going to go refresh that, come back and do 8, save it here, refresh again, 8, and then 9. Right. There we go. Perfect. Refresh. And all that data is gone. Beautiful, isn't it? Right? So we were able to construct a delete method. Hopefully you were able to do it. If not, don't worry. We got it here. All right. So it's super simple. And we are getting really far on this application that we're building. All right. This is going to be a foundation that later on you can use for any type of project you like. All right, make sure you keep your code very safe in your computer. Have a little backup disk so that way it never gets erased because this would take you hours to code again. All right, so anyway, thank you so much for watching this lecture. Hopefully you're still motivated because we're gonna see a lot more fun stuff out there. We're gonna be learning a lot more and you're gonna love this. Okay, so see you in the next lectures. Keep it up. You're doing a great job if you're following me. And very soon you're going to become a professional OOP programmer with PHP. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.